What's up, techies? Josh here, and I want to share with you one of the most frustrating experience I've ever had with customer service, and it had to do with ordering the Galaxy S8 Plus. It was a nightmare, so I'm going to try to make this as short as possible, so brace yourself and let me know down in the comments if you've experienced anything like this or if you've had a worse experience. Sound off in the comments because I'm really curious if you guys could outdo me with this one. And the emotion won't be as involved with it. Like if I were to record this as it was happening, oh my gosh, you probably would see a different side of me that you've never seen before because it was just literally that frustrating. And I've had about 2 days to kind of sleep on this because I finally have the S8 Plus in hand. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Long story short, let's see if I can do a long story short because it's just that complex. Anyways, so I swapped my number over to at&t from Verizon. I was a Verizon subscriber for years. May end up going back, I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, so since I swapped over to at&t, I had pre-ordered the S8 Plus with Verizon because that's who I was with at the time. So naturally I'd want to go in and cancel that order because I don't need it anymore. Go online, and I tried to cancel it there, but I couldn't, so I had to call customer service up, and they said that the order was no longer there. I was like, okay, well that's kind of strange because I see it on my screen right now as I'm talking to you. He's like, well, it's not there. And I'm like, okay, so my account will be squared away. When do I get my money back and all that kind of stuff? And he's like, the money will be put back 3 to 5 business days, kind of, the standard answer that you always get with refunds with stuff like this. So anyways, fast forward. Fast forward. That Friday, I wake up, get a notification on my phone that my card was charged and FedEx is shipping the device. I'm like, what the heck? Back up just a little bit. When I was at the at&t store, I talked to the representative there, and she was like, yeah, we're going to get some in on that Friday. And I was like, okay, I won't pre-order. I'll just wait until then because if I could get it a week before everybody else, that sounds great. Yeah, that didn't happen. I called that store up on Friday. Store manager said, yeah, nobody's going to get it until the 21st. I'm like, okay, I'll just order it when I get home and do the pre-order stuff, get the freebies, all that kind of stuff anyways. Fast back forward, and I had to call Verizon up and like, what's going on? You guys told me that the order was no longer there, but I still got a charge in my account and it shipped. What's going on? So long story short, with that conversation, the guy said, I'll handle it. It'll be fine. It won't leave the warehouse, all that kind of stuff. I've already got a message back from the warehouse and it seems like it'll be all squared away. I'm like, please make sure that phone does not ship. Do everything you can to make sure that phone doesn't ship. It shipped anyways. And so the thing that sucks about this whole thing, because it's like the other frustrating thing anyways, if this wasn't an issue at all, is that it might ship like a few days early, but you're not going to get it till a certain day anyways because they hold it at the FedEx facility due to carriers or Samsung, whoever is telling them to hold it there until a certain time. So it's still shipped, and it's just sitting at a warehouse somewhere to where it could just be shipped back, right? Yeah, save time, get my money back sooner. No, that's not going to happen. Still hasn't happened. I still haven't got my money back yet at the time of this recording. And this is only half of the issue. This is only the beginning, really. Man. So I placed an order with at&t. Everything seemed to go okay. I got an order confirmation, all that fun stuff that you normally get. Next day, I see that I got an email saying that the order was canceled. I'm like, why can't this just be easy? Well, it was kind of partly my fault because the funds that I had set aside for the S8 was spent with the Verizon one that was charged when it shouldn't have been charged. It wasn't accounted for, I guess you could say. So I was like, okay, I'll move some funds around, and I got funds that I'm okay with, that I got money set aside, all that kind of stuff. Won't be a big deal. So when I go to place the second order with the at&t one, it refreshed the first attempt. So now there's still more issues involved. I had to call at&t up because one, they told me the first time around, they're like, we need more information, and that's why I got canceled. We need some more confirmation or something. So I was like, okay, let's try this out. And I thought it was squared away, so I ordered a second one. Everything seemed to go okay. And yeah, got a confirmation, even like a confirmed confirmation that everything was okay. But it wasn't okay because the next day I get an email saying, we need more information from you. I'm like, what more information do you need from me? You got everything I have. I mean, it's like, what the heck? What's going on? I get a phone call. I couldn't answer it. It was at&t saying, we have 2 orders here. We're not sure if you want both of them or not. Please call us back. So I call them back. I'm like, no, the first one was canceled. Like, when you cancel something, it can't be, nothing else can be done with it, right? I mean, that's what should have happened. That's what normally happens when something's canceled. It's done. So the rep said, yeah, it'll be handled. All this kind of stuff will be handled. I'm like, okay, I just want one. Just send me one. Well, I get a notification that 2 ship. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why can't anybody do their job right? This is ridiculous. So I call them again. I'm like, don't ship 2 phones. I just need the one. I've already got an issue with Verizon. I got 3 phones coming at me now. This doesn't need to happen, and it doesn't need to sit at a warehouse and then try to make it to my door and then make it back. Because the representatives are telling me, it's like, if it happens to make it to your doorstep, just refuse it. I'm like, no, just don't send it or send it back. Call FedEx up and tell them to send it back. Like, there's no reason for it to come at me at all. Just the one. That's all I want. Just one Galaxy S8. That's all I want. I don't need a bunch. I can't spend the money on a bunch. Apparently they think that I got the money to just whatever. They're basically holding my money hostage at this time because they can't get their act together. And not to mention, I sent back the LG G6, that lemon that I shared with you a few days ago. So that refund still had to be processed. Fortunately, I got the money back yesterday. So at a good given point of time, I had 4 devices being held hostage. That sucks. That's a lot of money. And nobody seemed to want to do anything for me. I mean, I talked to about 4 different representatives with at&t, about 3 with Verizon, and 2 with FedEx, because I ended up calling FedEx. I was like, this is what's going on. See if there's something that we can do here. And the corporate level person said that, yeah, I got notes in here. I'm communicating. This is what should happen. You should only get the 1 device. I'm like, fine, that sounds great. I hope it works out. Well, I get a call from my local FedEx saying that the shipper is the only one that can tell them what to do. I'm like, what the heck? So I call at&t back up, and at this point, I feel bad for that representative because I gave her a warning, like, I'm not happy and I'm not taking this out on you, but this is what's going on and something has to happen correctly this time. And I ended up just telling them, just take them all back. I don't want anything to do with them anymore. I'll figure something else out. I'm like, the on rate has treated me just fine. I'll just continue using it for a while. I about gave up on even getting the S8 Plus because I was just like, this has just been way too much of a headache. They don't deserve my money after all this anyways. So yeah, fast forward just a little bit more. I got a few hours later, I got a phone call from a local person again at FedEx, and she said, I got 3 packages here. What do you want me to do with them? I'm like, finally, a ray of light. I was like, here's the good tracking number. The other one, send them back as fast as you can. I'm pretty sure what happened is that some FedEx employee saw that there was a refusal. Oh, I about forgot to give you this fun, important fact was Wednesday, all 3 of those packages were supposed to end up at my doorstep. I saw on the FedEx app that the tracking was saying that it was on the truck for delivery. I'm like, okay. Talked to my wife, coordinated with her, saying, you know, this is the one that we need. These are the 2 that need to be sent back. So I get a notification from FedEx, email. I got all the bells going off for this kind of stuff because I don't want to miss anything. And it said that recipient refused package. I'm like, and this was for all 3. And I asked, was a FedEx truck there? Did someone try to deliver these? She was like, no, there's been nobody here. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. How can we be the recipient, refuse it, and not be there and nobody be there? So yeah, there was that bit of information. So I ended up talking to that FedEx representative, and I was like, yeah, just keep the 1. I'll get it in the morning. Just hold it there for me. And yeah, I was finally able to get it the next morning, the 1, and I still have the 2 that are being sent back. And then I got to wait another 3 to 5 business days for the refund to be processed. So yeah, that's been a great experience with at&t and Verizon. Let me say this, like, if I had good coverage with T-Mobile, I would definitely be with them right now because I'm so done with at&t and Verizon after this. Or wish I could be, put it that way. I just don't have much of a choice with how coverage works. And at&t has not been as great as Verizon as far as coverage and quality goes, as far as that kind of stuff goes. So it's like, what do you do in that situation? Man, I got the phone regardless, and I think that pretty much wraps it up. The story isn't over yet. It sucked. So this has not been fun. I'm trying to keep a good attitude on camera, but deep down inside, I'm just tormented inside after this whole situation. I'm burned after this. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Normally I'd say subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, but I hope you never see a video like this from me again, because I definitely don't want to experience this again. So subscribe and hit that notification bell so you see other videos from me, including the S8 Plus and other videos coming really soon. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, stay techie.